Hello, and welcome back to the Tribune Racing League now with Luson IX for today's race commentating, and we are back for first race back for 2021, as I believe Joshie Owen is going to be the first one to leave the pits. So it's just the first one just coming out now. As we looks like you had a very good Christmas, and looks like you had a very good Happy New Year. As SSR Hamilton is going to be the second one to leave, as AMS Look has just joined the session. FIFA Legend also comes out. So race first back for the new year. Like I said a couple of minutes ago, hope that you had a good Christmas and a good Happy New Year. As Joshua Young just got validated as well, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, it was. In an accident, I don't know if it's an accident, I think there's a Williams that just slowed down. Yeah, it's AV, but got a wide with the Legend. Now come up to turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. If there's any problems, just let me know in the comments, so I'll be full aware. As if you didn't watch yesterday's race, it was very bad. People dirty driving, sorry, because I didn't pronounce that correctly. But if you want to watch it, click down in the Twitch description so you can watch yesterday's race. As FIFA Legend got fastest sector 2 season, as Danny kindly lets him kindly go past. He's gonna come up to Bishop Gambit, where a lot of people spun yesterday. Nicely done by FIFA Legend, as he's gonna be the first one, probably the second one, because P2 will be on 16.275, as the Red Bull PB did get the fastest lap so far. Oh no, it's Wheezy, sorry, it's just fast. With 1 minute 15, which is a very good lap. He is at over 9 times. As just a Ferrari, just Saeed NL, if I pronounce that right, has got faster than Weezer over 1 minute 49.11. I haven't noticed, it's just me commentating today, as TJ wasn't available. Don't know why, he might be having some problems, but I'm going to try and entertain you as much as I can. There's a lot of dirty driving yesterday, as I already said, but hopefully this race, with 5 less people in yesterday, can race. As I can't remember who won the last race. I really can't remember. Netherlands. A lot of them are actually missing tonight. I think it was Immortal. Yeah, I believe it was Immortal that got who won it. Pretty sure, as he just did one lap. Pretty sure that got into 1-8, so I never done this before. Glad we've done it. Currently in sector 2 now, as he hasn't got a time lucky yet. As he is into time now, I believe, into turn 6. So I do not know this track well, so if I was wrong, I'm sorry. Oh, as Daniel lost it, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I don't know if he got squeezed off or anything, but sorry, but my sister interrupted me by shouting out for no reason. I did not see that. I don't know if Daniel lost it. Yeah, he's gonna have to go back to the pits. I have no idea what's happened. I've already said I didn't see it due to my sister coming in last week. Probably gonna go back to the pits, maybe to get his wing changed if he does have any wing damage. But we're live with Joshy Owen, who was calling on his outline. I believe he completed the last race. But Tier 1 drivers did have a difficult race, very frustrating at Sanderford. A couple of dirty scenes, but that can't affect the drivers as it is, as we are currently in 2021. Brand new year, hopefully we can have a race. As Rossi, he was just in the pit. I don't believe he came out once. AB broke. That invalidated lap. I believe, I don't know if it was Tier 2, but Williams' drive is really good. As the company Ferrari holding the fastest lap so far. The woman in 14s is quite close between Weezy and just Saeed NL. No, it's not correctly. But 2/10 is very close, but it's not enough. As to be honest, big difference between third place and second place. Quite close for fourth, but virtual Spartan 3. We didn't, I believe, didn't race in the Netherlands, but did have a difficult race at Bahrain. As on turn 1, I think he lost it, caused a big collision. Put his hand up saying it was my fault, but hopefully he can have a good race today. As he's actually on his time lap, which I didn't notice. But you're currently in sector 2. I believe on turn 6 now, we're approaching turn 7. Sorry, I'm just trying to work on my corners so I know. As he enters the chicane, comes out the chicane on the final corner, he's going to get DRS to cross the finish line as he goes the 8th with a 1 minute 16.258, which is still a decent lap considering he did have a bad race and a bad start last time out. Beef Legend just comes out as an AMS look. Haven't seen him race, but hopefully he can show us what he's made of in Tier 1 for Tribune Racing League, as he's invalidated lap bars. The Ferraris just increased his lap time, just Saeed 1 minute 14.782. I believe the last fastest lap which he did hold was a 1 minute 14.9. But he increases his lap, which is quite huge. Is Chile, as I just noticed, as looking as gone P2. We're going at 14.946, which is a very good lap. And AB Broken, he's a very good driver. They're all very good drivers, but I enjoy watching him the most probably. As he goes P3 1 minute 15.09. There's EB, didn't really have the pace at the Netherlands. Currently in P7, he's just kind of going to the pit. As we're going to move on to the ones that are out. P4 Legend on his outlaw. As Weezy gets the fastest lap now with a 1 minute 14.736. And that is huge as he increases his lap by quite a bit. As he, I don't know how he's got, but he has increased his lap, which is very good for him and the AlphaTauri team. As we rush it, he goes a bit off track in the Immortal, which I did say I believe was the fastest driver and winner of the Netherlands track. Is currently in P14. Might not be feeling confident on this track. Personally, I don't really like this track. I think I find it quite hard to drive, but he's currently in P15, 1 minute 17.162. As he gets the fastest sector 2, so he's improving as he just gets the fastest sector 2. Is now in turn 3, not turn 3, sector 3, sorry. And he's going to enter the chicane. He doesn't lose it like other drivers in yesterday's race. He's going to come around the final turn. He's going to get DRS to increase his speed. As he's going to cross the finish line, he goes into P6 with 1 minute 15.213, which he goes up from P15 onward to P6, which is very good for him. So yeah, with Bickable, yes, he's in sector 2. It's actually on his kind of map. He's going to get DRS in sector 2 out straight. Going to sector 3 now. Don't know if that will be a good corner, but it's going round, swinging. It's this. Come down to finding a few turns in sector 3. Now he's going to enter the chicane bit. He's going to come around. Does that very nicely, but goes into the pits. Doesn't believe he was fast. I do believe he wasn't. Lord Gamer, who I did commentate with yesterday. Really fun to commentate. Is he currently in P9 with a 1 minute 15.5178, sorry. His teammate FIFA Legend on P10 has improved in recent races. He's sat at P10 with 1 minute 15.4. The driver coming out as Immortal retires from this session. He's going to P6. That's quite tight in the area as Jet Belly 1 has joined the session. Just been a bit late, but still going to race us. FIFA Legend has entered the pit lane. As we've got 3 of them who's sorry, 4 of them that's currently out. 3 of them on the out. So we're just going to see which ones. With me. Every Broken just get the fastest sector 2 as I just switched to him. As he's gonna enter the final few turns. I believe he just is about to enter the chicane. Goes a bit wide, does the corner nicely, He's gonna come around the final corner to get DRS of course to increase his speed, and he's gonna cross over and goes P1. What a lap by the Williams drive, and he goes. And his time up is 1 minute 14.608, which is very good for him as he's been very consistent the last couple of races. As he missed out on podium at Bahrain. I think I remember as he went off the track, but with Weezy now, he's currently on his outlook, so he's Chile, so he's quite a few. And we've got 1 retirement. very, very tight. Well, if you look at the time, you see P1 and P5, which is actually very close. There's quite a few of them are on there. Outlaw, Lord Gamer, it's invalidated a lot. As I said, did commentate with me yesterday. He's still sitting at P9. And with his teammates still at P10. Still time for improvement, but might not be the best in qualifying, but might be the best racing, but you never know. As his teammate does just come out for his Outlaw. EB, the Red Bull, has just entered the pits, of course, finding either the speed or doesn't feel like it's actually worth it, but you never know. With EDMG now, he's gonna continue to set free now into the chicane, does that corner nicely, goes a bit wide though. I'm gonna get DRS, of course. He's gonna come over and finish across the finish line. He's gonna, I don't know if he was already P5, but just go P5 with 1 minute 15.06. Ooh, very good. Danny on his Outlaw. Did alright. Did alright. Odd gamer. There's a Lord gamer. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not paying attention, I just got a message. It's Spartan. Only in sector 2. As Wheezy gets the fastest lap now with a 1 minute 14.601. And you just look at that difference between him and P2, it is so close. As you see Wheezy with 1 minute 14.601, and then you see AB Brook as he just gets invalidated lap Spartan, sorry. Hamilton, as I just switched streamers, obviously just went into the gravel. I don't know, he just spun, or he might have just collided with another gamer, but we'll see. I'm gonna invite someone else just to commentate with me so I'm not sat alone. As that's gonna wrap up for qualifying. It's gonna be very good. Be a very good race, of course, as GP2 and P1 is just very, very tight. It's incredibly very tight. But you see third place as Chili's just messing around with Hamilton, of course. Just need to quickly sort out some settings. One sec. Right, sorry, I'm back. Oliver. You might have to speak, so I can check on stream. Oliver, have you included your thing? You might. Oliver, have you included your. Not. Pardon? There should be. No. Pardon? Alright, I'll have to be quick because it's legit about starting. As Weezy just leads the formation law. As there's two stop mediums to mediums or mediums to hard. Saw a lot of people on the hard tyres yesterday. But you never know what will happen. But hopefully it's a clean race, of course. As we saw, Weezy's time compared to Broken is very, very close in the qualifying. But we'll see on the restart. We had a lot of dirty drivers yesterday. Hopefully it's clean driving today with T1 drivers. So they are normally smart drivers, but hopefully it's clean drivers. We've got a couple of new ones driving today. Bickable actually impressed us due to his debut drive at the Netherlands. Did really good in my opinion, but he's currently starting P5, which is quite good. As FIFA just gets disqualified from the session only for the formation lap. Go away. As is actually a free stopper, soft, mediums, hard. I think it was soft. Because we're just waiting for someone to connect. As the Let's Go Green, and we are underway for the fourth round at Spain. as Wheezy gets a good start, and so does AB. AB goes up to P3. Bickable goes up to P4. Chili drops down, I believe, a couple of places, but Wheezy is leading as Rossi drops down 2 last places. Law Gamer goes up a place as there's been a yellow flag, and it is McLaren. I don't know if he's spun out, but hopefully he's okay to continue, and Wheezy still keeps his position as he's currently P4. As Saeed goes up to P3. Oh no, Chile it's a battle between third place between Chile and Saeed, as they're gonna be all in sector 2 now. As there's a battle between these 2 drivers as the side by side, and Chile's gonna go as so he's gonna be very patient, just waiting for that mistake, trying to be anxious just to get ahead so he keeps and maintain all that pace. But there's been a yellow flag, another yellow flag. I do not know what for. I'm just gonna drop a couple of places, sorry, just to see what's happened. As Big Bull is all over Saeed's gonna go into the pit, so he might have a bit of damage as Wheezy gets the fastest lap when at 21.339 on the soft compound tyres, sorry. As Josh Young is going to get some places, as Saeed, of course, Law Game's going to pit. Both Alphas are going to pit, but that's not going to stop anything, as we're back with Immortal. Last race winner as the lead was getting mixed up. If you can see, I do apologise. There's a bit of a glitch with that, but just to let you know, Wheezy is leading the Grand Prix. As Jet Bellerin gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as the leaderboard thing is still messed up, as I do apologise. It will be fine, I believe. Yeah, as well, I would be cool. He's gonna go into the pits. Wheezy improves his time lap, sorry, by 2 seconds quicker. So the lead boys back together. Chile is definitely P3 now after battling with Saeed, who did pit. Is now sitting comfortably. Got a bit of a gap, 2.4 second gap roundabout. There's AB broken. It's just gonna keep behind, just gonna maintain his pace. Jet Belly 1 does leave the session. I do not know what's happened. Maybe a bit of frustration. I do not know. Did have a bit of frustration as McLarens are going to switch places. EDM is going to be up for his Josh team, as the new driver is all over back of Hamilton. Hamilton is P7. I'm just going to go down with him, trying to catch up with last winner Immortal. He did very good at Netherlands, had a huge gap, I think like 30-second lead to do it. There's a virtual Spartan trying to gain away. His teammate is in the DRS zone as only 0.5 or 0.3 now. Behind his teammate. It's going to be a strategy allowing him to pass, but we are fighting for themselves. Himself, of course. Trying to keep calm, of course. As they're very close, there's actually some very close battles. He goes trying to go on down the outside, but it doesn't work out. But he's going to allow him pass, so I don't know if it's because his teammate's going quicker than him, but Virtual Spartan obviously trying to be a good teammate, but trying to get those points for... Oh, as he spins. Oh, and he's going to be out the race as he clips the curb. That is very unfortunate. unfortunately. Really bad for the Mercedes, as everybody's going to gain a place. So it's going to be a virtual safety car. So virtual Spartan leaves as Wheezy gets a drive-through penalty. I couldn't see drive-through penalty being under the safety car. Couldn't really see because virtual Spartan did leave a session, so I didn't see at the bottom what kind of penalty it was. I just saw it as we're about to go away. So a couple are going to pay. Wheezy is going to pay, of course. Joshua Owen has left the session. I do not know what happened. He might have just lost connection. I don't know if there's been a bit of dirty driving. So maybe he's going to lead. I don't know if he's going to pit or he's going to feel comfortable, but we did have a similar situation before where everybody did box for the medium tyres. And maybe he might box for the mediums, but looks like he's just going to stay out. Maybe either till end of this lap to pit. I don't know what his strategy is, but might be go to mediums and hards later on, or mediums and mediums if he maintains that pace on the first set of mediums. I don't know what's happening, but Malta's going to go up to P2. Easy's going to go P3, but has got a penalty, which I believe is the drive-through one, so I'm going to quickly double check that. Yep, drive-through penalty. Got 3 laps to do it, as one of our drivers yesterday in the Tier 2 race did forget about it and did get disqualification. So hopefully he doesn't forget about that. There's Jet earlier. Yeah, did get a 3-second time penalty earlier. Just go a bit off, as AMS Lux does get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Z is sitting, I believe, in the point zone. Yes, he is P9. Might try be quite aggressive on the restart just to gain a couple places because of that penalty, but really need to try get away because some of them don't have penalties. As you see, AB broken, Joshua Owen's going to pit, so is Jet Belair. We're going to stay out, as actually 67 lap hard for the 2-stop strategy. If they are doing the 2-stop, they will go into that, but mainly they're going to the medium compound tyres. So a couple are going to gain a place. Mortal's going to go up to P1 as AB Broken was leading the race last lap due to the safety car. So he's going to go comfortably ahead of other drivers. So last time out he won the race. Now he's sitting comfortably in P1. As he was driving for the Alfa Romero, as Log Gamer YT3 does get a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, as he sits in P15. So he will want an aggressive start, like I said, for AMS, but comfortably sitting P6. But it is gonna be a fast restart. So Joshua Owen's gonna join the session back, as he must have disconnected earlier one. He's gonna come back and be in P13 for the McLaren. So he's just gonna warm up the tyres due to safety car. Safety car in this lap is told by the race control. So everybody's gonna be just trying to be very aggressive, on the start, and just wants to be very comfortably ahead and want those places. So they don't have the time penalties, but might be another restart due to, another safety car maybe due to another crash. But hopefully it's just very clean restart, and just hope no one gets wing damage. But Danny, in P4, no penalties. Did have quite a few, as Joshua Owen picks up a 5-second penalty, and so does Bakerable. As I Chile retires from the session. I don't know what for. I didn't see, but Weezy's gaining on Immortal. Immortal doesn't have a penalty, so the 4 drivers behind him do have penalties, so he's going to sit comfortably a bit ahead due to that advantage. But both Renaults are at the back. Hamilton obviously pitted, I don't know why. Danny is in the points. Just gonna face down. Chile has left the session. I do not know what's happened. I didn't see. But hopefully he isn't feeling frustrated due to the race. But he's gonna go down the inside Danny. He's gonna get the overtake. Sorry, as Wheezy is not having that. He goes down on the inside. Danny's on the outside. Danny gets the place now. But we're gonna go back to Wheezy, just see behind the point of view, see if he's gonna try overtake him. He's gonna get DRS maybe. Oh no, sorry, he won't. But Wheezy goes into the pits. As Danny now goes into P2. Bickable, who did impress us on his debut race at the Netherlands, is now in a podium position. But not quite actually, due to the penalties that he's got. As Saeed is in the Ferrari, he's going to try again as he comes up into turn 3, I believe. He's going to chase down Bickable, who is solid. But consider he's got that penalty. I'm sorry, that message, didn't see. Bickable trying to get away, but Saeed is not having that. He goes, catches a bit of the curb, sorry. Now he's on the flat out straight, doesn't get DRS yet due to it's going to come in incoming laps. But he's going to be in that podium position so far. As AMS Lux is in P5. I believe he could be in a podium. Joshua Young gets 3-second time penalty. So that gives him more penalties. Danny gets the fastest lap on the soft compound soft compound tyres. 1 minute 18. Quite a solid lap. I was just going to look at the positions change. Who's got the most? Well, it's Lord Gamer Lord Gamer is tied with Immortal with 7 places gained, as Lord Gamer did start last and Immortal started P8, so them two having a good race so far, and so is Danny, gained 5 places. But look at the number of stops. Some of them are to pit. Ooh, Hamilton's actually pitted 3 times. I didn't know that. That's why quite far behind. Some of them are pitted for 2. But tyres, let's have a look. Immortal, who's leading, has done 8 laps on mediums. Danny's on that actually on the softs. I didn't notice that. But we're gonna go back live with the McLaren. He's gonna go through obviously. Jet Billy is now Hamilton, who's now having the best of races, both at the back. But EDMG is gonna try again on the Red Bull. It's actually very close. I did not notice it was that close. The Jet Billy one also gets a penalty. As the McLaren is trying to chase down. AMS is trying to close down, sorry, and all. As he's trying to chase down Bickable, as Weezy gets the fastest laps on the medium compound with 1 minute 18. Lord Gamer gets another 3-second time penalty, which is going to add on to his time. But we're trying to increase on the time. So he can actually gain on the driver in front of him. But as we're on AB Broken, who was leading the race on the hard compound tyres, he's trying to gain on the McLaren. Probably doesn't have the temperatures correctly in the tyres yet, as FIFA Legend 123 gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as it is very, very close between the top, I would say top 8 actually. Top 8? Yeah, top 8's actually very close, as AB Broken's trying to gain on the McLaren, as Josh Eon's getting another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. 3-second time penalty. AMS Lux. First race, he is currently sitting in P5 comfortably, as his teammate is currently in P12 though, so he isn't having the best race, but he's on the hard compound tyres, so he might last longer and gone to a longer stint. as just say, just loses it, gets wing damage. I do not know what happened there. He's going to lose a couple of places, so AB Broken's going to gain a place. I believe Bickable actually gains a place, and at AMS on his debut race he's now sitting just out the podium position, but does have a penalty, and so does Bickable. So EDMG actually could be in a podium position here, as we'll just look at the time penalties, as Danny, sitting comfortably ahead, is on a 5 second penalty, as Rossi just picked up another 3 second time penalty. Marlo doesn't have a penalty. Big Paul's a 5 second penalty, as Lux has a 6 second penalty. Joshie Owen has a 16 second time penalty, as Log Game has a 6. His teammate has a 3, Rossi has a 3, Jet Billy has a 24. He could get disqualified, I'm not gonna lie. As AB is trying to gain. Yes, AB's going to go down the outside of ADM, but it's not going to have that. It's still going to maintain his place, as ADM is trying to get away, as Saeed just got a 5 second time penalty, but has just DNF'd, sadly. So that's going to gain a place at the back runners due to his DNF, but EDMG sitting B4 currently. As I was just on about a couple of seconds ago, could be in a podium position, which I actually believe so. But Bickable just trying to maintain his pace, trying to gain it due to the penalty or penalties that is actually being given. But Immortal, only P2, but I believe Danny's actually got a 6 second time penalty, so he's trying to gain on him. Seeing if he makes that mistake, then just trying to push through to the end of the race. But Lord Gamer, he's battling Joshie Owen as he goes up. Bickable gets a 3 second time penalty for multiple warning, as I just saw Lord Gamer going in front of Joshie Owen. Joshie Owen not having that. Joshie Owen's gonna show as I do not know. I don't know if there were contact to Lord Gamer's front wing, but Lord Gamer's going on the outside. Joshie Owen's going to maintain that place, as Joshie Owen's still ahead of him. However, the Alfa Romero is trying to still gain on him, as Josiah has left the system. Lord Gamer gets another 3 second time penalty. He has got a couple of time penalties, so Joshie Owen will still be 6th place, I believe, if he does. But Joshie Owen's still not having that. But they both got time penalties, so I don't know who's got the most, but I believe Joshie Owen's actually got the most. But Lord Game is still trying to maintain that pace. Gonna be on the flat out straight. He's now gonna get DRS in sector 2. Trying to gain on him, but it's not look like he's actually gonna try and push through. But he's still gaining on him. It's very, very close between them, as it's only 0.233 like seconds. Very, very close as they enter the chicane, as Joshie Owen gets a bit ahead due to, I believe, just doing it more better than Lord Gamer. But Lord Gamer does go ahead, as Danny has pitted, so is Immortal. So maybe gets a 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. So the Williams Bickable does lead, but ADM, who is actually having a solid race, is coming probably in P1 due to the penalties. But AB, his teammate is P1, so the Williams are actually getting good points here for the constructors, as I believe they're actually doing really good in the constructors title race. But Joshie Owen currently P4 has a massive amount of penalties. Lord Gamer is actually having a good race. Consider he started last, so very, very good race indeed by him. He's currently P5. He's still getting on Joshie Owen, as we last saw, as his teammate is comfortably sitting behind him, but does have the penalties. Weezer, I believe, did start first. P7 currently now. will be in front of a couple of drivers due to the penalties, as it's very close, as we see from FIFA Legends' point of view of the driving cam. It's very close. I don't know if he actually got a bit of contact. I believe he did. That's why he's entered the pits. But Lord Gamers, Joshie Owen's actually gonna get away as the two-stop strategy if the drivers are doing. As Wheezy goes down the inside and gets that place, but as Lord Gamers trying to not have that. Was actually P4, but you saw that Wheezy had the DRS and obviously had the DRS and just went down the inside and comfortably. Clean overtake. He's trying to gain on Joshie Owen, who has a time penalty. He's in the podium position currently, but I don't think he'll be there for long. Tribune 1 does get 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, sorry, as he's currently last. Hamilton's actually 2 laps behind, so he's at the best race. I don't know if he might retire due to being that far out, but considering this, it is actually very close. As Rossi's PC is trying to gain a long game, as it's very close between P5, 4 and 3, so it's actually very close for the podium position. But Wheezy is all over back of Joshie Owen, but Joshie Owen did actually have a big penalty. He has a 16-second time penalty, so that's actually really bad. But Wheezy is going to go down the outside and clean overtake, lovely overtake. Joshie Owen allows the pass as he goes off the curb and controls his car really good. He's gone a bit right, he's going to enter back on the track. There's Lord Gamer now might have the speed now due to Joshie Owen losing a bit of speed due to going off a bit off the curb. But as Wheezy obviously is going really fast, obviously looking solid around this track. So his AB broken, but the McLaren's actually leading. EDMG, I think it's the first time he's actually led a race, so it's very good for him and the McLaren, as his teammate is actually P4 but does have a 16-second timeout penalty. It's really bad. FIFA Legend gets a 3-second timeout penalty, so Lord Gamer's teammate, who's currently P12, does get a time penalty again, I believe. As AB is going to go on the outside, doesn't get quite. He's going to go wheel to wheel and gets P1 as EDMG is trying to get that pace, but AB is trying to gain ahead, but does have a time penalty, but EDMG is trying to get in front of him, so that time penalty does not affect him. He's racing. Is he gonna AB does go brakes a bit late, as PB does get 3-second time penalty, sorry for multiple warnings. As I do believe he's sitting P6. Wheezy a bit far ahead. Lord Gamer has dropped time, but P1 and 2 is actually very close considering AB's got a time penalty. But AB is just trying to gain away, as they're both just fighting out. It's been a fantastic race so far, I believe. I don't think there's been any dirty driving which I've saw, but if there has been any dirty driving, it'll be looked at by the stewards and maybe kicked from the session. Hamilton's actually going to retire. I feel bad for him. 2 laps behind the leaders, so that's going to be a yellow flag as Joshie Owen gets a 10-second time penalty. So that could have actually gone to 26-second time penalty. That is very huge. But Joshie Owen gets a 5-second time penalty, gain 1 place. As I do not know what happened. FIFA Legend, I believe, I believe lost it, went straight to back of Joshie Owen. So that I think that's going to be looked at the stewards. I didn't see much. I just switched for a split second and didn't see. We're just going to look at a couple of the back runners. FIFA Legend currently in Sector 1 is now approaching Sector 2. Currently is in the points actually. Is got 1 point. Still goes forward. As his team is P7. I do not know what happened between him. Rossi currently P11. I don't know how many laps he's done. Oh, 0 laps. He must have just pitted. As Jet Belly is 2 laps behind. AB as EDMG goes into the pits. I believe he might go on the mediums. No, he goes on to the hards. Sorry, I expected him to go on the mediums. But Weezer might go to the hards. PB will gain 2 places, I believe. Yes, he will, due to the people that pitted. Sorry. Danny's gonna be in a podium position with no penalties this week so far. Still trying to get a penalty, but he is doing very good. In a podium position. Basically P2 due to the penalties, but PB has an 18-second gap between him and Broken, so Broken is going to lead the race. His teammate's currently P6, so good points so far for the Williams. As last week's winner, TRT Immortal, Jamie's Gamer tag. I only noticed till earlier. Well, in qualifying actually, because I was trying to work out who won, but he is currently sitting P5, no penalties this week so far. He's got to go on the outside of the McLaren. McLaren leaves plenty of room, being a good clean driver, still maintains his place. So he's currently P4 as Immortal. P5 doesn't have a penalty. Big Bull does have a penalty, he's just closing behind. MS Lux debut race, sitting B7, but Weezer all over the back of him is sitting P8. Just gonna go on the outside, inside, sorry. Gets a place. Big Bull does go wider, maybe gets a bit of wheel spin, but there's been a problem. Rossi does retire on the final corner. So back runners are going to gain a place due to Rossi DNFing, which is quite sad. Sorry man, but I do apologise. As Big Bull P6, Weezy P7, AMS Look P8, Beef Legend P9, and Lord Gamer in P10, and Jet Belly's actually going to go up to P11, but gonna have to wait as it's does that actually say 4 minutes behind? Yes it does. 4 minutes and damn. I'm gonna go to the lead race at AB Broken and comfortably ahead. If he did pitted, he would be 2 seconds after. Danny gets the fastest off on compound tyres in 1 minute 18.09 as he is sitting P2 with no penalties. Good as Weezy actually gets the fastest lap with 1 minute 17.268 on the medium compound tyres. So Weezy might watch last night's race. A lot of people actually went on the hards, but if you keep the pace on the mediums, you will last quite long, and looks like it's working for him. As we just look, AB might pit, only because that means he would have done 26 laps on the hards. But if he keeps getting the pace in each lap, being very consistent, he will be doing good. As we see, PB done 15 laps on the hards. A lot of them actually on the hards. The ones that are not on the hards is actually Weezy and Lux. But a lot of stops, 6 stops by Jet Belly. I do not know why. As there's been a problem. As we're gonna go straight over there. It's just Jet Belly. Fancy doing donuts. I don't know why, but hopefully don't crash into anyone or causes collision as Danny, I wouldn't say gaining unbroken, but it's still around 18 seconds behind EDM 2.8 as being it's actually Jet Bellies that obviously is messing around in sector 3 area. As in Moles actually gaining on him is 1.4 between 1.3 and 1.4 seconds behind him. Is now into sector 3 now. As in Mortal doesn't have a time penalty. So B2, 3 and 4 in the podium position and well, podium position just out. Had no penalties as it's a virtual safety car. I do not know what for. So couple might pit, a couple might not, but hopefully see what the McLaren don't pit. The Mercedes don't pit. Bickable, he's not going to pit. Wheezy might not pit actually. I believe he just pitted a couple laps ago. FIFA legend won't pit. PB might has just actually pitted, so it will kind of be good for him in a way. Because he actually might be closer to the other drivers, so he might be able to gain a couple positions, but hopefully as race control DRS is enabled. So we're back to racing again. As with AMS looks, as I said a couple of times on his debut, it's now in approach turn 1 as Lord Gamer in the points, got 1 point, comfortably ahead of Jet Belly, so he's going to keep his point. Jet Belly's 5 minutes behind AB, comfortably ahead. Danny's going to gain around 2 seconds actually on AB due to either the virtual or due to virtual, as there's been a problem. Jet Belly when I was retired from the session, so that's going to result of the sector 3 yellow flag. So hopefully he's in just parked up in a sensible areas. Are going to be another virtual safety car as Immortals are kind of going to get closer to the podium. It's going to get closer to the McLaren pickable on the time penalty. We'll have a quick look at the time penalties due to the penalties are he's got 3 seconds, so that won't cause him anything. DRS from race control is enabled. And Bickable's got a 3-second time penalty. Weezy doesn't have one. Immortal, E, DMG and Danny don't have one. And obviously Weezy, if I didn't say, FIFA has a 6, EB has a 3, AMS has a 6 and Log has a 12. So it's going to be close, as it's actually quite close between these 2 drivers as they're fighting for third place, so a podium position. EDMG, who's improved the last couple of races, is actually in the podium position over Immortal. Immortal has previously won a couple of races. I believe he's definitely won 2, which I've commentated. He won the Bahrain and he won the Netherlands. I do not know the result of Australia because I didn't commentate and I didn't know about the league round 1, so I don't know. Has there been another virtual safety car? I don't know who caused that, but there's going to be around 8 laps left, so it's actually close. So the fights between third place or the podium at the time being, FIFA Legend is around 4 seconds behind Wheezy, but he has a penalty. Race control DRS enabled. As we're going to get back, as Immortal's going to go on the outside and get a clean overtake as the McLaren is trying to fight back as we switch to him, and he's trying to gain on Immortal, who normally is in a podium position anyway. Now he's going to be in sector 3. He's now going to enter the chicane. Needs to try to get a clean, as it's actually very clean by the McLaren, but I don't think as Immortal as actually has around the same amount of ERS, I think it's called. I always forget, but Immortal does get the clean overtaken now. He's in a podium position, but EDMG is trying to still fight. He still has time. Immortal doesn't have any penalties, so that's going to actually give the McLaren a more being actually aggressive to be improving. But so AB actually picked up a 3-second time penalty, as there's been another virtual safety car. That's actually the result how Immortal got past the McLaren. So EDMG could be a bit angry, but being very nice, leaving the room, being a clean driver due to a couple of races where there's actually been some dirty driving, but it's been very nice today. But we are back at DRS enabled by race control, but as Immortal's gonna go into the chicane, does actually rather clean in my opinion, but it's now gonna come on the straight as the McLaren's trying to gain on him. Immortal actually not using it, they're both not actually using it, trying to save it till the last couple of laps is around 6 laps left. Now I'm gonna enter turn 2. And now it's gonna come by near turn 3, I believe, as the Mercedes is gonna come on turn 3. Oh, he does lose it. Goes a bit wide, gets a bit of wing damage, as now EDMG now goes into the podium position. Immortal is just gonna crash into the wall. He's gonna retire. I believe he just loses it only because the McLaren wasn't near him, so Immortal's going to be really angry at himself, obviously either being too aggressive towards the curb, or he's just lost it out of his own hands, but just crashing into the wall where it doesn't result any more crashing, just crashing into the wall, goes into the gravel, into a corner, so happen. So I think basically the top 3 are the winners, but you never know, they might crash or run out of fuel like it happened to me, but you know. Danny is still P2. Actually, well, AB did pit, didn't it? Oh yeah, looks like he's just gonna last into the 26 laps that I was thinking that he wasn't actually going to do, but I did say if we were being very consistent in these hard compound tyres that he would obviously last for, but might be losing a bit of grip. But Daniel's only 10 seconds behind him, so he's on hard. How many laps has he done? He's done 13. So there's actually 8 differences. Danny actually was a bit wide there, as I was reading out how many laps he's done on those tyres. Going to enter the chicane in sector 3. Now going to come around the final corner. No DRS, as he's not in range on any other car, as Bakerable clips the curb, I believe, as I just switched to him. Does have a time penalty. Wheezy's gonna get DRS as he's in range of the Williams driver, as I'm gonna try and gain on the Williams driver. Pickable BC actually did surprise on his debut drive out the Netherlands. Does have a penalty, but will probably win to P5. Wheezy might just be patient, due to the penalty. As Bickable's on a 3 though, so 3-second time penalty. So Weezy might just try to gain to see if he makes a mistake, because Bickable's actually got a result of a penalty. So Weezy might just be very patient, as Hamilton has left the session due to DNFing earlier. Made 6 stops, as I can see. All games actually made 4. So, well, most pit stops have been done by Hamilton and Jet Belly, which is 6. Then the third, well, most is actually, yeah, low game with 4 pit stops. Position change the most amount by any other car is actually going to be a Lord Gamer, gaining 9 places, as I believe he was in the podium position but did pit due to the safety car. But Weezy's actually getting more close to Bickable as we are on about the positions change. But Bickable doesn't actually have much ERS. He's between actually 10 and 5. But Weezy's actually got quite a lot more. He's between 40 and 50. But FIFA Legend 19 ERS. It's quite far behind, but Weezy's still gaining, as we actually have 17 that are out. We do, well, somehow I've left this session, but PB does get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as Weezy's still trying to get on Williams, but like I said, he might just wait for the penalty. But Danny gets the fastest at 1 minute 17.266 on the hard compound tyres, as he is sitting comfortably in P2. But this is actually the closest driving between these two drivers, that's why we've been on them so long. But Weezy's going to look for the move on the outside and gets it. Yes, he does get it nice and clean, as Bickable still has that penalty, but trying to gain on Weezy. Weezy's just trying to gain ahead, just trying to be smart. He has no penalties, trying to be smart, get no penalties, so he's just sitting comfortably ahead, and he's had a really good race, and he did have a solid qualifying and all, as Danny, I believe, sets the fastest lap. The second fastest person on the track would be Weezy. His fastest lap is a 1 minute 17.268. You see the difference between him and Danny's fastest lap. Both in the 117s. Danny gets a new fastest lap on the hard compound tyres, 1 minute 17.162. As he's gonna stay ahead, as Big Bull's gonna get DRS on the straight. Gonna use a bit of his overtake, but he's actually running out quite quickly due to either using a lot more. But Weezy sitting P4 comfortably. But you see FIFA Legend, P6, PB, P7 Log Gamer, P8. AMS looks on his debut driver, P9. AB broken, I'm still leaving. Pardon? You got Lord Game on the 12-second time penalty. They only got Lux on the 6. You got AB broken with his 6. You got Bakerable on a 3. And you got FIFA Legend on 6 and all. Danny sitting P2. He's actually gaining on AB due to its last lap. So Danny's going to try to go full out to try again as much as he can. As well, Danny just needs to gain because he's 0.1 second behind due to a 6-second time penalty for AB broken. Danny can still get a chance to win the race as he's under 6 seconds. He's just trying to maintain that pace as he's trying to run out of fuel. Still, he's got some ERS still left, only under 10, well, under 20% actually. He's just trying to maintain that pace, so he actually wins the Spanish Grand Prix, as Danny is just trying to go full out, full out to win this race, as he's trying to maintain that pace, as he's on the flat out sector 2, doesn't get any DRS due to no cars behind him, but he's now 5.4 seconds behind due to a 6-second time penalty by AB Broken. AB Broken still obviously trying to maintain pace, but he isn't. Danny's maintaining pace. He's trying to maintain the pace for his race to win the Spanish Grand Prix, and it looks like he's actually going to win it, unless if he makes a silly mistake, but he isn't. He really isn't, because Danny is 4.8 and he crosses over and wins the Spanish Grand Prix for Tier 1 round 4, and Danny wins due to a 6-second time penalty, as AB Broken is going to be a bit mad, but he actually did 27 laps on hards, as EDM, what a race for him, gets P3, Weezer gets P4, Big Bull PC gets P5, FIFA Legend 123 gets P6, PB 715 will probably get P7, I believe. Log Gamer will get PA, and AMS looks on his debut, still gets a point. I think he might be happy with his race, might consider he might have got a lot more points, gets P9. What a race it has been for round 4 here at the Spanish Grand Prix, as Danny wins. I think he's going to be very happy with that last lap. And your winner for today's race is Danny. Danny's kit, as Lord Gamer does get driver of the day. Well done to him. He did have a very good start. I believe he was in the top 5 area. I thought he was in the podium, top 3 for the podium position. I think he was, but he still is going to get driver of the day, after probably going to be happy with his race. As you see, Danny's going to lift the trophy for the Racing Point team for today's race, the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix, as AB Broken is on the podium, as EDMG is on the podium for the McLaren. So there are your race results for today's race, as I'm just going to quickly go slowly down. Danny wins, then you got Broken, you got EDM, you got Weezer, then you got Pickable, then you got FIFA, you got PB, Lord Gamer, AMS, Lux, Immortal, Rossi, Jet Bellier, Joshie Owen, Hamilton, just Saeed, who did very good in my opinion, then DNF sadly, Chilean Virtual Spartan. There are, and that is the race results. And if you are interested of the TRL Racing League, click down in the Twitch description, or text Danny, who it was the race winner today, if you want to join, as he is the owner of TRL. But also, we are live next week at the Monaco Grand Prix. We're looking for a good race. Might be a bit dirty considering it's a street track, but hopefully it's a good clean race. That's gonna be next Saturday and Sunday. Next Saturday at 7 o'clock Europe time, I believe. Then obviously 6:30 for the Monaco Grand Prix for Tier 1. But thank you for the support. Thank you for watching, and it's Luson IX, and peace.